On a bright, sunny morning, sunlight comes through Mike's window, gently waking him up, while feeling excited about another day as a police officer. After a cup of water and a donut for breakfast, Mike gets ready for work, enjoying these small things before starting his day. Dressed in his good-looking uniform, Mike sets out for work, ready to ensure the safety of the streets and the well-being of the community. Everything seems perfect, the day holding the promise of routine patrols and familiar interactions. Yet, little does he realize that today will change his life forever. As Mike steps onto the busy streets, he feels a strong sense of purpose. He looks around, listening to people talking, cars passing by, and distant alarms. He knows he has to watch out for any problems or people who might need help. The morning goes smoothly as Mike walks his usual route. He says hello to the shop owners, helps people if they need it, and keeps an eye out for anything unusual. It's a routine he knows well, something he's done many times before. But then, something unexpected happens. On a quiet street corner, Mike sees a black young boy who looks hungry and unsure. Feeling a surge of kindness, he walks over and greets the boy with a smile. They share a moment of understanding, a connection that shows they're both just people trying to get by in a big world. What Mike doesn't realize is that this simple act of kindness will lead him on a journey. It will test his bravery, make him question what he believes, and change his life in ways he never imagined. Seeing the child's hungry gaze, Mike's heart goes out to him. Without hesitation, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a chocolate bar, offering it to the boy with a warm smile. The child's eyes light up with gratitude as he eagerly accepts the simple gift, his hunger momentarily reduced. As they sit together on the walkway, eating on the chocolate bar, Mike strikes up a conversation with the boy. They talk about school, hobbies, and dreams for the future. Despite their differences in age and background, they find common ground in their shared experiences of life's struggles and joys. Through their conversation, Mike learns that the boy's name is Jack, and that he comes from a nearby neighborhood where poverty is a harsh reality for many families. Jack shares snippets of his life with Mike, the empty cupboards at home, the constant worry about where the next meal will come from, hoping for a better tomorrow. Listening carefully, Mike's heart swells with empathy for Jack and others like him who face daily hardships that are often overlooked or ignored. In that moment, he realizes that his role as a police officer extends far beyond enforcing the law. It's about being a source of compassion and support for those in need, no matter their circumstances. Determined to make a difference, Mike promises Jack that he'll do everything in his power to help him and his family. Little does he know, this promise will guide him on a journey of learning and thinking about himself as he faces the difficult truths of poverty and unfairness in his community. But for now, in the warmth of their shared conversation, there is hope, a glimmer of light in the darkness that surrounds them. As days turned into weeks, Mike's bond with Jack deepened. He made it a point to check in on him regularly before going to work, bringing food and supplies to help ease the burden on Jack's family. Gradually, he became a familiar presence in their lives, a trusted friend whom Jack looked up to with admiration and trust. Yet, even as their bond grew, whispers of unease began to creep into Mike's mind. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, that Jack's family was hiding something. Ignoring these worries, he kept helping, hoping to make a difference in their lives. As days pass, Mike keeps his promise to Jack, offering consistent support and guidance. He visits Jack's family regularly, getting to know his father, James, a hardworking man who's doing his best to provide for his son despite the odds stacked against him. Their bond deepens as Mike becomes not just a friend, but a trusted ally in their struggle against poverty and adversity. Together, they navigate the challenges of everyday life, facing them with resilience and determination. Then, one day, their story took an unexpected turn. Enjoying a moment together, Mike gave Jack a sandwich, which was a kind gesture. A passerby saw this and, touched by the kindness, decided to capture it on their phone. The passerby posted the video on TikTok with a caption highlighting the bond between the dedicated police officer and the young boy he had taken under his wing. Within hours, the video began to spread rapidly, resonating with viewers around the world. People were deeply moved by Mike's compassion and Jack's resilience, and the video quickly went viral. Thousands of comments poured in, filled with admiration and support for both Mike and Jack. The video not only highlighted the power of a simple act of kindness between a police officer and a homeless child, but also inspired countless individuals to reach out and help those in need in their own communities. In the wake of the video's success, an outpouring of support floods in from people near and far. Strangers donate money to help Jack's family, while a local business owner offers James a job, providing him with a stable source of income for the first time in years. But the generosity doesn't stop there. Another local business owner steps forward, offering to provide Jack with a lifetime of free education, ensuring that he'll have the opportunity to pursue his dreams without the burden of financial hardship. Moved by the community's overwhelming kindness, Jack's family finds themselves in a state of disbelief. They receive not only financial assistance, but also medical support and housing assistance, lifting the weight of uncertainty that has hung over them for so long. With newfound opportunities and a network of support behind them, Jack's family experiences a transformational change in their quality of life. Through the connections forged in the aftermath of the viral video, they embark on a journey of hope and possibility, embracing the promise of a brighter future together. And at the center of it all stands Mike, a beacon of compassion whose simple act of kindness set in motion a chain of events that changed their lives forever. One ordinary afternoon, while Mike was visiting Jack's family to check in on them, he noticed something strange. When he walked into their small home, he overheard parts of a conversation that made him uneasy. Jack's father, James, seemed unusually focused on money, and there was a tense atmosphere that Mike couldn't ignore. Curiosity piqued, Mike decided to investigate further. Casually, he steered the conversation towards Jack's schooling and James' job prospects, expecting to hear about the progress they had made with the generous opportunities they had been offered. But to Mike's dismay, the truth unraveled before his eyes. James confessed that he had turned down the job offer, citing various excuses, and admitted to redirecting the donations for his own personal gain. Even worse, he revealed that he had prevented Jack from attending school, fearing that it would disrupt their newfound source of income. Stunned and disheartened by the betrayal, Mike felt a surge of anger and frustration. How could James manipulate the goodwill of others for his own selfish ends, all at the expense of his own son's well-being? Driven by his duty to protect Jack, Mike delved into his past, determined to uncover the truth. As he searched through records and talked to neighbors, a troubling pattern emerged. Jack had suffered years of neglect and abuse, used for financial gain by those who were supposed to care for him. The truth weighed heavily on Mike's conscience. Feeling both sad and angry, Mike was determined not to let Jack suffer because of others' greed and cruelty. He vowed to take action and make things right. Armed with newfound determination, Mike went on a mission to bring justice to Jack and to ensure that he would never again be used as a pawn in his family's twisted game. And though the road ahead would be fraught with challenges, Mike vowed to stand by Jack's side. Mike was steadfast in his dedication to protecting Jack and ensuring he regained the childhood that had been taken from him. Mike acted decisively to protect Jack. He worked with child services to safely take Jack away from his parents' home. He made sure Jack felt safe and supported during this difficult time. Though it was tough, Mike knew it was the right thing to do to keep Jack safe from harm. It took a lot of time and effort, with tough legal fights and lots of emotions, but eventually, Jack found comfort and stability with Mike. They became like family, forming a strong bond based on trust, respect, and love that lasted forever. Mike was living alone, so he decided to take care of Jack and provide him all the support needed to succeed in his life. 20 years passed, and Jack grew with Mike's guidance, leaving behind the difficulties of his earlier years for a brighter tomorrow. With Mike's steadfast encouragement, Jack pursued his passions, eager to make a positive impact on the world. So, it wasn't surprising when Jack, now confident and caring, chose to help others and take a wide step. Using his own struggles as inspiration, he started a company to aid homeless kids, naming it Home Reach. Jack gave them basics like food and shelter, helping them get back on their feet. Each good deed added to Jack's reputation for strength and understanding, reaching more and more people who needed help. Jack's decision to start Home Reach came from a deep desire to help homeless kids in a big way. He wanted to make sure they had a safe place to stay and all the support they needed to build better lives. Starting wasn't easy, but Jack was determined. He got a lot of help from friends, family, and local businesses to make Home Reach a reality. They found a good spot for the shelter where kids could easily get to it. At first, Jack faced a lot of challenges. Running a nonprofit isn't simple, but he didn't give up. He made plans for all kinds of programs to help homeless kids, not just with food and a place to sleep, but also with school, counseling, and fun activities. Home Reach quickly became a busy and welcoming place. Lots of people wanted to volunteer and help out. They all shared Jack's goal of making life better for homeless kids. Outside of Home Reach, Jack and his team worked hard to spread the word about homelessness. They held events to raise money and talked to leaders about how to fix the bigger problems causing homelessness. As Home Reach grew, Jack kept making sure it was about helping each kid as an individual. He knew every child had different needs and dreams. So, Home Reach offered mentoring, job help, and skill-building activities to help each kid reach their goals. Over time, the company became known for giving hope and opportunities to kids who needed them most. Jack's dedication earned him respect, but he cared most about the kids he helped. As Home Reach celebrated its 10th anniversary, Jack thought about how far they'd come. He knew there was still a lot to do, but he was ready for the challenge. He believed in the power of Home Reach to change lives for the better, and he was excited to keep making a difference, one child at a time. The company continued to grow and make a big impact in the community. Word about Jack's incredible work reached even the ears of government officials. They were impressed by Jack's dedication and the positive changes he was making in the lives of homeless children. Recognizing Jack's leadership skills and his deep understanding of the issues facing homeless youth, the government approached him with an exciting opportunity. They offered him a role as a consultant or advisor on matters related to youth homelessness. They knew that Jack's firsthand experience and innovative approach could help shape policies and programs aimed at addressing the root causes of homelessness and providing better support for vulnerable youth. Jack was honored and humbled by the offer. He saw it as a chance to make an even bigger difference, not just for the children served by HomeReach, but for all homeless youth across the country. After careful consideration, Jack accepted the position, eager to lend his expertise to create meaningful change on a larger scale. In his new role, Jack worked closely with government agencies, nonprofit organizations, and community leaders to develop strategies and initiatives to prevent youth homelessness and improve outcomes for those already experiencing it. He brought a unique perspective to the table, drawing on his experiences at HomeReach to advocate for policies that prioritize the well-being and empowerment of homeless youth. Jack's collaborative approach and unwavering commitment to the cause earned him respect and admiration from his colleagues and peers in the government. Together, they made significant strides in addressing the systemic issues contributing to youth homelessness and implementing innovative solutions to support young people in need. Despite his expanded responsibilities, Jack remained deeply connected to HomeReach and continued to play an active role in its operations. He saw his work with the government as complementary to his efforts at HomeReach, each informing and enriching the other in their shared mission to create a brighter future for homeless youth. As Jack juggled his duties as a government advisor and his responsibilities at HomeReach, he remained focused on the ultimate goal: to ensure that every child, regardless of their circumstances, had the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. With his leadership and passion guiding the way, Jack was confident that together, they could make a lasting and meaningful impact on the lives of homeless youth across the country. While Jack's influence continued to expand, he became not only a respected figure in government circles, but also a widely recognized advocate for homeless youth on a global scale. His tireless efforts and unwavering dedication earned him a reputation as one of the most influential voices in the fight against homelessness. With his newfound platform, Jack seized the opportunity to amplify his message and reach even more people. He became a sought-after speaker, delivering powerful talks and keynote addresses at conferences, universities, and events around the world. Through his compelling storytelling and passionate advocacy, Jack inspired audiences to take action and make a difference in their communities. In addition to his speaking engagements, Jack also embraced the world of media, making appearances on television shows, podcasts, and radio programs to share his insights and experiences. His candid and relatable demeanor resonated with audiences of all ages, earning him a dedicated following and further solidifying his status as a leading voice for social change. Jack's impact extended beyond the realm of public speaking and media appearances. He also found time to pen his own book, chronicling his journey from homelessness to advocacy and offering practical advice for creating positive change in the world. The book quickly became a bestseller, captivating readers with its poignant storytelling and empowering message of hope and resilience. Through his various endeavors, Jack touched the lives of countless individuals, inspiring them to believe in the power of compassion and collective action. His story served as a powerful reminder that no matter how daunting the challenges may seem, positive change is possible when we come together with empathy, determination, and a shared commitment to creating a brighter future for all. As Jack's influence continued to grow, so too did the impact of his work. He remained steadfast in his dedication to empowering homeless youth and advocating for policies and programs that address the root causes of homelessness. His tireless efforts earned him widespread recognition and accolades, but for Jack, The true measure of success was the positive impact he had on the lives of others. From the halls of government to the airwaves of media and the pages of his best-selling book, Jack's message of hope and resilience resonated far and wide, inspiring individuals and communities to come together to create a more just and compassionate world. As one of the most popular men in the world, Jack used his platform to shine a light on the issues that matter most, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of people everywhere. While Jack's journey captivated the world's attention, Mike remained a steadfast supporter and mentor, quietly guiding and championing Jack's efforts behind the scenes. Though not seeking the spotlight himself, Mike's unwavering dedication to Jack's cause earned him the admiration and respect of those who knew him. Despite his reluctance to seek recognition, Mike's impact on Jack's life and the success of HomeReach was undeniable. His selfless actions and unwavering support played a pivotal role in Jack's transformation from a struggling youth to a global advocate for social change. As HomeReach continued to thrive and Jack's influence grew, Mike found fulfillment in knowing that he had played a part in helping Jack achieve his dreams. Though his role may have been less visible than Jack's, Mike's influence on the lives of those around him was no less profound. In the years that followed, Mike remained a steadfast presence in Jack's life, offering guidance, wisdom, and unwavering support whenever it was needed. Though his own journey may not have been as widely recognized as Jack's, Mike's impact on the world was no less significant. Whether through his quiet acts of kindness or his unwavering commitment to those he cared about, Mike's legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of all who knew him. Though he may not have sought fame or fortune, Mike's legacy was one of love, compassion, and unwavering dedication to making the world a better place, one person at a time. As years passed and the weight of time began to show in the lines etched on his face, Mike found himself reflecting more and more on the past. With each passing year, the memories of his youth and the events that shaped his life grew more vivid in his mind. And as he felt the grip of old age tighten around him, Mike knew that it was time to confront the dark story behind his name. With a heavy heart and a sense of apprehension, Mike went on a journey into his past, deciding to reveal the secrets that had haunted him for so long. He delved into old records, revisited forgotten memories, and sought out those who had known him in his youth, piecing together fragments of a story that had long been buried beneath layers of time and secrecy. Jack had always been curious about Mike's past. He could see that Mike didn't have a family like most people did, but he never dared to ask why. Mike seemed to carry a weight, a shadow of sorrow that Jack could sense, but never fully understand. It wasn't until one quiet evening, as they sat by the fire sharing stories, that Mike finally decided to open up and reveal the truth behind the darkness that lingered in his eyes. As the flames danced and crackled, casting flickering shadows on the walls, Mike's voice trembled slightly as he began to recount his story. He spoke of a childhood marked by loss and tragedy, of parents taken too soon by illness, leaving him orphaned at a young age. Mike's voice wavered as he recalled the pain of growing up without the love and guidance of a family, navigating the world alone, with only his own resilience to carry him through. But it wasn't just the loss of his parents that haunted Mike. It was the emptiness that followed, the void left behind by their absence. He spoke of long, lonely nights spent grappling with grief and longing, of feeling like an outsider in a world that seemed to belong to everyone but him. And as he spoke, Jack listened intently, his heart heavy with empathy for his friend's pain. As Mike grew older, he sought solace in the arms of love, hoping to fill the void left by his parents' absence. He spoke of a whirlwind romance, of vows exchanged and dreams shared, but ultimately shattered by the harsh realities of life. Mike's voice grew strained as he recounted the bitter end of his marriage, the painful realization that love alone could not heal the wounds of his past. But perhaps the most heartbreaking chapter of Mike's story was the loss of his only child, a bright and beautiful soul whose light was extinguished far too soon. Tears glistened in Mike's eyes as he spoke of the joy and wonder his son had brought into his life, of the dreams and aspirations that had been snuffed out in an instant. It was a wound that had never fully healed, a scar that served as a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the cruelty of fate. As Mike delved deeper into the darkness of his past, Jack could feel the weight of his friend's pain pressing down on him, threatening to overwhelm him. But amidst the sorrow and despair, Jack also saw something else, a flicker of resilience, a glimmer of hope. For even in the darkest of times, Mike had found the strength to carry on, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to carve out a life of purpose and meaning. And as the fire burned low and the night grew still, Jack realized that Mike's story was not just a tale of loss and sorrow, but also one of resilience and redemption. For in confronting the demons of his past, Mike had found a way to make peace with his pain, to embrace the scars that marked his journey, and to find hope in the promise of a brighter tomorrow. And in sharing his story with Jack, Mike had not only found healing for himself, but had also forged a bond of trust and understanding that would endure for a lifetime. As Jack listened to Mike's story, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of sadness for his friend. The pain and loss Mike had endured were unimaginable, and Jack struggled to comprehend how one person could bear so much suffering. Yet, as Mike spoke, there was also a strength and resilience in his voice that inspired Jack. Despite all the hardships he had faced, Mike had persevered, refusing to let his past define him. Mike's childhood had been marked by tragedy from the start. Losing his parents at such a young age was a devastating blow, leaving him to navigate the world alone. Jack couldn't imagine what it must have been like for Mike, growing up without the love and support of a family. It was a loneliness that Jack could scarcely fathom, and his heart ached for his friend. As they journeyed through life together, Mike and Jack found new purpose in their shared experiences. They poured their energy into making a positive impact on the world around them, channeling their past struggles into fuel for their advocacy work. Together, they became beacons of hope for others who had faced similar hardships, offering support, guidance, and a shoulder to lean on. With each passing year, their friendship deepened, their bond growing stronger with every challenge they faced together. They celebrated each other's victories, big and small, and offered unwavering support in times of need. Through laughter and tears, triumphs and setbacks, Mike and Jack stood by each other's side, a testament to the enduring power of friendship. Their lives became intertwined in ways neither could have imagined, with Mike's wisdom and experience complementing Jack's youthful energy and optimism. Together, they embarked on new adventures, exploring the world and embracing all it had to offer. And through it all, they remained each other's rock, finding strength and comfort in the knowledge that they were never alone. As they grew older, Mike and Jack found peace in the knowledge that they had lived their lives to the fullest, making a difference in the lives of others and leaving behind a legacy of love and compassion. And as they looked back on their journey together, they knew that their friendship was a gift that they would treasure for a lifetime. In the end, Mike and Jack's story was one of resilience, redemption, and the transformative power of friendship. They had faced adversity head-on and emerged stronger for it, their bond unbreakable in the face of life's challenges. And as they embraced the twilight years of their lives, they did so with hearts full of gratitude for the journey they had shared and the lessons they had learned along the way.